It's a daily choice to believe or to challenge the stories about our lives and what we're capable of, agreeing with what is or isn't possible for us. I find that it takes up so much energy.
Hello, and welcome to the Connect podcast. This show is all about helping you connect to your soul's calling so you can take action on it. Because the sweetest success is a blend of discovering your purpose with the inner drive to bring it to life. I'm Sheila, health coach, lifestyle entrepreneur, and mom of two, best known for my online wellness programs, mentoring, and self-love passion. Listen in for inspiring interviews, solo chats, and Q&A sessions that will move you past overwhelm towards what lights you up. Stop accepting good enough and go for your version of great in your health, business, and relationships. Let's get started.
Welcome to the podcast. I had this question come to mind the other day that I used to ask myself, and I thought I'd share it with you. What would happen if we trusted that the power that created us allows for more being possible in our lives than we believe? What would our lives look like if we stopped second-guessing what we're capable of because we're held by something so much greater? Maybe this is a reminder for you, or perhaps it's something you've never believed. The idea that you have support from something greater than yourself. I've listened to a lot of different people from different walks of life, different cultures, different income levels, and they've all shared the experience of having to challenge some of the stories they've told themselves over the years. Stories that may have been passed down to them from well-meaning elders, stories that they learned from people they respected, and even from people at a distance, like in the media or different circles. How often do you find yourself hesitating to try something new or raising your expectations of yourself? Maybe you tried last time and it just didn't work out. It's a daily choice to believe or to challenge the stories about our lives and what we're capable of, agreeing with what is or isn't possible for us. I find that it takes up so much energy. The ideas and possible outcomes get all tangled up in emotions within our minds and we stall out. We move on to something else that's safer and more familiar. Except when we do, we prolong those questions in our mind, and before we know it, we're back making mental pros and cons lists. At least this is something that happens to me when I try to set out doing something new. Some ideas are worth pursuing and others simply aren't. There's so much freedom in choosing to not do something, just to take it off your mental list. And if I find an idea just won't leave me alone, I ask myself, what is one thing I can do right now to move ahead with this idea, just to test it out? Then I say a little prayer and take that one small step of action, even if it's looking it up online and factoring in the steps. Make the phone call, send the email to get the ball rolling. It also helps when I consider it part of an experiment. Once I get everything out of my head and into some sort of order with a little bit of action, I feel so much better. As a person of faith, I like to think that God's got my back in all I do, in all areas of my life, but it's wild how often I don't act like it. When I actually take steps forward, trusting that I'm held, I've found that I have more ease, flow, peace, and joy during the process. Now, that doesn't mean that everything works out glitch-free or even that my idea is any good. It does get me into action, though, and the next step, or the one after that, gives me more clarity and maybe even opens another door of opportunity. Staying in my head robs me of what's on the other side of trusting the power that's put these ideas on my heart. So as you move through your week, let the thought guide you that the source of your life has got you. What are some ideas or dreams that keep tapping on your shoulder and somehow you feel resistance to or ignore them, but you know deep down you need to be experimenting with? Make the art. Find out the steps to launch the business. Read the eating plan. Make the contact. It's up to you to make the choices that are going to better your life and to be open to what's offered to you when you feel that gentle nudge. Don't ignore it. Sit with it and see where it leads you. And then know that the power that you're connected to will give you everything you need to keep going. You're here for a reason. There's a purpose for you. I'm sending lots of love your way. Big blessings.
Thank you so much for being here with me on the Connect podcast. If you like this episode, please share it with someone you think would enjoy it. Also, if you head over to iTunes to leave a review, I'd be so grateful. Let us know what your favorite parts were and what you'd like to hear more of. It will help us have a greater impact elevating many more people to grow and succeed together. See you next time.